Kate, I'm so excited that we get to sit here and study and get into depth into the Bible and learn about the existence of God and just place that foundation for our faith. And I'm just really excited for this opportunity.
Me too.
Good. Awesome. That makes me excited. I'm going to start out just by asking, is there a God?
I mean, I think so. That's what I've been taught.
Me too. I believe there's a God. However, I think that it's smart if we could lay a foundation and make an argument for the existence of God by giving him a definition. So, what would such a being be like to you, and what characteristics do you think God would have?
Powerful.
Powerful, yeah.
He's everywhere all at once.
Yeah.
He knows everything and very spiritual.
Yeah. I think that's exactly right. God is a spirit. He is eternal. He knows everything and everything. He's powerful, as he can do anything he wants, and he is everywhere. Now, with our basic definition, we can discuss proof of his existence. So there are two types of proof, one being reasoning and one being observation. What is something that we can prove through observation?
Well, I can prove this pen exists because I can feel it and you can see it.
Yeah, very good. That's exactly right. So what about God?
Well, I mean, he's not physically here. Spiritually, yes, but you can't see him.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, we can't prove God's existence through observation, but we can prove his existence through reasoning. This pen, for example, or marker, we can see it through observation. But if I write here, if I make a mark, and the pen isn't here anymore, we can, through reason, decide that the pen was once here.
Yeah.
But we see that it has left a mark. So it was once here, but we can't physically see it anymore. God's kind of the same way. We can't prove his existence through observation, but we can reason from observable effects that God has left us with here on earth. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we can see God through everything he does, like miracles and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
but, I mean, we just can't see him.
Yeah, physically we just can't see him. Miracles is a good example, as they're all throughout the Bible and they happen each and every day. Another good example is just the abundant amount of blessings that we receive. So now let's begin. We can both observe that the universe exists, correct?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. With that being said, I'm going to have you read Romans 1:19 through 20.
Okay. For what can be known about God is plain to them, because God has shown it to them. For his invisible attributes, namely his internal power and divine nature, have been clearly perceived ever since the creation of the world and the things that have been made, so they are without excuse.
Good. Very good. So, God wants us to ask questions. He wants us to reach deeper into the Bible and to figure him out. He wants us to seek him, and by seeking him, we find him. We learn more about him. If God didn't necessarily care and want us to know him, he would lay everything out for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wants us to search more into him, and it makes us grow deeper, and that's where we can start drawing the picture. Okay. So, I'm going to have you copy what I'm doing, just for fun. Yeah. So, first, we're going to draw just a regular triangle. Okay? Like so. Good. And we can start with, did the universe begin with a plan?
Yes.
Yeah? So we can write beginning somewhere along the triangle and write yes on this side, no on the other. And we decided yes So let's circle yes. Like so. So, that brings us to the next question. Do you think the beginning of the universe was accidental and spontaneous, or do you think that it had a plan?
I mean, personally, I think it had a plan because the way our solar systems are aligned, the way the Earth is so extensively woven together,
Yeah.
and all of the animals and species on our Earth that are still being discovered today.
Yeah, there's a lot of complexity with everything in the universe. I mean, human beings, for example, this was not on accident. Like,
No.
we are so intricate and have so many details about us that there's no way that it was just
An accident.
Yeah. No way. Yeah, so, can we imagine any of the great things on Earth being here without a plan?
No.
We can't. Sir Fred Hoyle said that because of what biochemists have discovered about the complexity of life, the chances of it being originated by accident are so minute that they can be completely ruled out.
Wow.
Yeah, right? And that just brings us to, like, Genesis chapter 1, where it starts out, God created the heavens and the earth. I don't think we can really question that.
There's no way that was done by accident.
No, there's no way. So that leads us to the second triangle, which we can connect with the yes. So it kind of goes at a slant. Good job. And on this triangle, we're going to write plan in it, and a yes and a no on either side, just like that. So, we have decided that there was a plan. Good. So now, we decided there was a plan, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now, did the plan have a planner?
Well, yes.
Obviously.
Every plan has a planner.
Obviously. So then we can draw the third triangle and write planner. Good. Yes. No. Circle yes. Because there's no way that there's not a planner behind the plan. So, what must the planner of the universe be like?
I mean, it must be a spirit, right? An internal spirit.
Yeah.
And, I mean, since he existed outside of space, he has to be everywhere.
Right.
Yeah. So that kind of sounds like the same definition as God.
Yeah. No, definitely. It takes us right back to the definition that we had placed for God earlier, which was powerful, knows everything, spiritual, and everywhere all at once. They kind of go hand in hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
He must, since he existed outside of matter, he must be a spirit, like you said. Since he created time, he must be eternal. Since he existed outside of space, he must be everywhere, like you said. Since he had unlimited knowledge to make everything, he must have had the power to do so. There's no doubt about it.
God is the planner.
He is 100% the planner. Yeah, so what do you think about all that?
I mean, like I said, the same definition, there's really no room to deny that he's not here existing and he planned everything that we have.
Yeah, exactly. So, does God exist?
Yes.
Yeah. I think all these 4 questions asked really make a clear, good argument.
Yeah.
So, the last triangle, we can go down and say pre-existing force. Yeah, and that's God. So, pre-existing force. Heck yeah. Yes. And then draw an arrow. God. Like so. Good. Very good. So, I think there's 4 other really good main points or arguments that we could also discuss leading to God's existence, and it's human beings have a sense of purpose. Mm-hmm. Do you have a sense of purpose?
Of course I do.
Good. human beings also have a conscience.
Yeah.
We think, we have feelings, we are people. We're innocent beings. Human beings can think on a level far beyond other life forms. Like, we probably think a little deeper than a dog would.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's the history of everything. Still through all of time. There's a history of believing in some sort of higher being, whether it's God or other people who didn't necessarily know about God at the time.
Yep.
They always believed in something higher than themselves. So I think those are also good arguments to make. And lastly, like, now that we've established that, like, God exists, like, where do you think we go from here?
Just to teach other people this lesson and show them how the planner of the universe is the same definition as God and how they both correspond towards each other and God exists.
Yeah. And I think from that point on, we establish our faith through the reasoning and the evidence that these arguments give us.
Yeah.
And we take that faith and form that relationship with God. And like you said, we go and we spread the word and we teach others the same exact lesson.
Yeah.
So they can know that God exists and that He is the almighty being. Yeah.
I believe it.
Good. Awesome. Well, I'm really glad we got the chance to sit and talk about this. If you have anything else that you want to talk about, we can do that.
Okay.
I think this is a really good foundation, starting with our faith, to establish that God does exist.
I think it is for anybody.
Yeah, no doubt. I think asking the 4 questions that we did really helped.
Yeah.
Was there a beginning? Yeah. Did the beginning have a plan?
Yes.
Yeah. Did it have a planner?
Of course.
What was the planner like? Was there something before? Did someone make the plan? Yeah. And I think it all falls back to God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think that was really good.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Good. I'm just going to leave you with some verses maybe to look back on.
Okay.
Just to remind you of that God does exist, and when you're sitting and thinking that maybe He doesn't, or that your faith is struggling, Hebrews 11:1 says along the lines that, like, faith goes beyond something we cannot see. And I think that is important to remember when we're thinking about the existence of God. So always remember that.
Hebrews 1:11. Got it.
Got it.
11:1.
11:1.
11:1.
There you go. Alrighty. See ya.
Bye.